Hey there, friend. How you doing? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies, Pisces. Sun, moon, and rising will be the most dominant here today. Let's check in and see what is going on with your energies. I know a bunch of you have been private messaging me and letting me know that how some of these have really been hitting home for you. Let's see what else is going on and where this is shifting to the energy and who we're connecting into. If you're not subscribed here, it's great if you do so we can connect into your energy. I'm grateful to have hit the 10,000 mark, which is pretty cool to have you all here and support your journey. Let's see what is going on for you, Pisces, for the weekend. First up, we have got the Three of Pentacles, the Lovers. We have got the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. And just to let you know as well, for 24 hours, that's about left on the clock here to get your private reading if you want one, because they will be closing. And as you know, I don't open them up regularly. So if you want to secure that in, details the first link below if you want to know more. And there's a special offer that you can access as well. All right. It's really about you and your journey. So if there's something particular you want to gain some guidance on, I share it real, get you some advice, look at situations, people that you may just want some guidance on. So yeah, feel welcome if you feel called. Two of Wands. We've got King of Cups and Judgment energy. It's telling me to do it the other way around. Okay. Let's have a look underneath. Justice. Okay. Whew. So right now, the Three of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Ten of Pentacles. There seems like here that, you know, you may be learning of something or something's on your mind regarding working together, whether you can come together around a connection, a relationship, or something around the home front. I mean, some of you could be working on a certain project together. Or looking at how you can come together and support each other as you are. Yeah, there's something about wanting to, I feel, make something work here, because there's some reflection of the past that's showing up here with the Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you could be questioning, because I am also seeing this Justice energy around either a marriage or a commitment that you have, of whether or not you want to put time and work on this. It also seems too, you know, that this has been a place for you or a part of your life that you're reflecting on, that you want to feel like you're in a position that's stable, that can move from the Three of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles, right? That you are secure in this connection and this relationship, but also what stability is for you and what that looks like. So I feel like there's a bit of a reflection on a relationship or a situation right now, and what that looks like for you. You could be questioning how someone's feeling, but ultimately, I'm getting like, can we work on this? Can we build on this? Can we grow on this? And if this is not directly related to a specific relationship, I feel like this could be something around the work front, because it's a lot to do with Pentacles. So Pentacles energy, as we know, is around money, is about finances, is about stability and growth, but it's energy and effort in the 3D, okay? Because as we're moving further along, some of you could be questioning if you want to do this alone, if you're, you know, or are you going to be doing this alone? I think there's a few questions that are coming up, and I think there's some reflection on this situation right now. With the Two of Wands, the Judgment energy, and the King of Cups, you know, again, you're looking at your future, you're looking at your plans, you're looking at making a decision here. And as I said, for some of you, it's whether you want to stay committed to this, if this can work out, if this can balance out. You know, are you going to get the truth and the understanding that you need here? And I feel like with this, some of you could just end up choosing to go a totally different way with this Page of Wands, or you end up hearing something that's going to help you make a decision here, okay? With this Judgment energy and the King of Cups, there's a couple of things that come through. This could be someone, you know, declaring their love, expressing how they feel about you, or coming to you in a situation that's quite heartfelt that's quite grounded, that's quite sincere. But also this could be you, Pisces, that is making a decision to choose you, to love yourself, and recognize that no matter what goes on or no matter what happens, that ultimately that you can take care of yourself, and that taking care of yourself and loving yourself first and foremost is what's important. So I see some of you could be making a shift here and recognizing your own heart and what you also need. But I do feel for some as well, another side note, if this is a newer relationship, that things could be moving to the next level, especially if it's a newer relationship. There's some recognition here of this relationship, of this connection, and wanting to make plans, and someone, expressing their devotion to this connection. So take what resonates for your story. Let's have a look and see further what's going on underneath here. So this is what's influencing the situation right now. We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Death energy. And the King of Wands. Again, underneath, there are some questions. There are some thoughts going on here. And I think whatever conclusion or whatever someone's feeling here around this situation and whatever they're thinking about, someone is feeling quite, saddened and hurt of where things are. There could have been a significant change or a potential ending that's looming here, or something that you're thinking about. And ultimately, of course, with any ending, with something or someone that you've invested a lot of time, energy, trust, heart in, because this is what's on your mind. It's like, what do you do next? That's what's sitting underneath this or influencing this situation. What do you do next based on this situation? Because there is something that I feel you're holding one cup up here, and there's one cup up sitting up. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just get that for you. But she's holding one cup, okay? There's one cup that's standing up on the ground, and there's three that have fallen over. So to me, there's something here that's broken down that was once celebrated and once connected. And there's also your cup, which is your heart, your feelings, and you're looking out on the water. It's like you're taking a moment to reflect, you're taking a moment to feel. And right now you've put down someone else's cup, or someone isn't meeting you where you're at around something. So and it could be because of an ending or a potential ending. And it's interesting that we've got a King of Wands. So I don't know if you're dealing with wand energy right now, fire energy. So Aries, Sag, Leo. The energy from this King of Wands today seems like a bit of a chump. And what I mean by that, it's just, they could be quite set in their ways right now. And not really reflecting on what's gone on, and just trying to, I don't know what action this King of Wands has taken or how they're standing right now, but it's like I feel like they're kind of justifying their energy right now, whoever that you're dealing with. But let's dive in a little bit further and see where this is all going. Okay, Devil energy. Let's get a little bit more. Ten of Cups. Yeah, you might end up getting this wand energy. It's a little, for me right now, I feel they're a little frustrating, and I'm going to tell you why in a sec, how their energy is coming across. Just give me a second here. And then the Six of Wands. Sometimes how there's someone that's just that little too confident or too, thinking of themselves. Yeah, and then underneath we've got the Tower. There's just someone here that just seems a little too confident for whatever's happening. Maybe they're promising some form of working together to make something work. Maybe they want to hold on to this connection, but you're in a place right now where you could be looking at your own path and your own journey and what that looks like for you. Even though there is care here, even though there is love here, even though there is the potential of strength and stability, there is something underneath that is challenging this connection. Someone is feeling hurt. Someone is feeling let down. Okay. And yeah, I'm just getting this King of Wands is a little bit too confident for their own good around something here, you know? Like they seem determined to make something work. And especially with the Devil and the Ten of Cups here, I feel like they're going to give, you know, whatever story, whatever situation, they're going to give you everything that you may want to hear. Usually the King of Wands is someone of action and someone who wants to show you. But to me, they're kind of just there right now. Or that's how it's coming across. They're there right now, like, again, just kind of justifying what they're doing or why they're doing it. That's how it seems. With this Devil energy and the Ten of Cups, I just feel like someone is going to be overtly letting you know how they feel, what you mean to them, and everything like that. You could be questioning again if the situation or the circumstances that you're dealing with right now is if it's supportive enough to maintain the happiness that you seek, the fulfillment that you seek, because something has tainted this connection or situation. And I don't know what that tainting is. Only you would know. It could be their behavior. It could be their insecurity. It could be their actions. It could be, you know, working incredibly, but again, I think you're looking at whether this lines up, and I do feel there's going to be some form of conversation or movement here that is going to, you know, potentially want to work with you or make something work here. Okay. And I think someone is going to, you know, show up in respect of, this matters to me, I care, and I think you care back too. I feel like there's a reciprocation of energy, but someone I feel has hurt you or let you down, and I feel they're trying to make something work here some way or the other. But what I do like here with this Six of Wands, there's this part of you that it just seems even something that needs to be worked on. I feel there is some faith here or some feeling here that you can make this happen. Okay. I mean, all the cards here are actually quite beautiful, but underneath the energy, which again, further kind of clarified this, there's something in question here. Okay. There's something in question here about working together, something in reflecting on past behaviors, or a situation that to really take things to the next level or the extra mile. I think there's a lot of questions about the future and the future plans of this, but ultimately there's a lot of devotion in energy, in love, in care. King of Wands, like I said, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about their energy right now. I just feeling a little bit cocky energy for some reason from this King of Wands. That's how this is coming across. But like I said, I think ultimately wherever this ends up going, you will succeed, Pisces, okay, with this Six of Wands. This is, you know, maybe also realizing attention, support, people around you right now. You might find that there's a lot of other interest. You could also be questioning too from some conversation, and with this Two of Pentacles and this Page of Cups and the Six of Wands with it, because we do have the Devil there could also be too that someone is, you know, sharing some things here with you that you're a little bit unsure of how to take it on and what to do with the information. And also too, like, is there really interest in something else or someone else as well? Or is there some other competition in play here? Is all the attention and coming just towards you? I think. And again, this could be, and when I say attention, I'm talking about priorities, commitment, you know, devotion in a way that's loyal and supported. Because I feel like whether this is work, whether this is a relationship or whatever else that's going on, there's something that you're reflecting on that's happened, and you're also reflecting on something that you want to stay and you want to build upon, but also, you know, being recognized for who you are and what you also are and bring to the table in terms of this situation. And I just see that you're kind of revisiting, is this something that you need to start doing on your own? Or do you need to go a different direction? But like I said, with this King of Cups, I feel like someone is going to declare how they feel. But it could also be you recognizing how you feel about yourself and what you're willing to do in support of your own happiness and goals. But ultimately, whatever decision that you make here, you know, the Devil's here for a reason and something to pay attention to. Again, habits, behaviors, insecurity, worry, feeling dependent on, sometimes, there is a question. It's interesting. I had someone ask me a question the other day around a certain situation, and sometimes the question is, if you stay in a certain situation, again, whether this is work related, relationship related, or whatever else, what are the reasons that you are where you are or staying where you are? Is it because it feels good, it's supportive, it's something that people want to work on together, you guys are all working on the same goals? Or is it you're there because it's convenient and because it's easy in a sense of, but it's not giving you the fulfillment that you need? Or is it because you don't want to be alone, or because you have to start again? So again, whether this is in the workplace, whether this is in a relationship, whether this is a friendship, really sit down and have a think what this devil energy is meaning for you, and is it something that's supportive by all parties involved that you can work on and work through? Is there someone that, truly does in this situation love you, or does see you as an absolute asset to, again, to the workplace, or in terms of a relationship dynamic? Are their actions meeting their words? Are their actions and what they're, because, King of Cups is someone who's usually expressing their feelings, okay? Is that matching? So there's something here I feel like for you to assess here. Underneath, we do have the Tower, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Okay, I want to let you know, I can see whatever conflict is coming up, whatever has kind of shaken this up for you, because there has been a shake-up or will be a shake-up of some kind. I feel like at first what it's going to do is put you in a place of withdrawal. I feel like you will withdraw from this situation. We do have the Five of Cups there and the disappointment. But it seems like you may withdraw for a period of time to really assess a bunch of things. I think you're going to be looking at multiple things that are going on and really go, what do I do with this? Okay, what do I do with this information? How do I approach this? I think there's so much going on. I feel like this is in your head that you're trying to manage. And when I say in your head, like things that you're thinking about, things that have happened, whether you want to work on something, is this stable? Should I be on my own? Should I go a different direction? I feel there's a lot of questions that you're asking yourself and that you're thinking about. And you're trying to work it out in your head is what I mean by that. And then with the Sun energy, this is also letting me know this is something that can be healed, and this is something that can be supported. However, and I'm going to say however, this can be when two people are choosing to come together, okay? Because I feel like that's going to be a big part of that. I want to go a little bit further here for you, because I feel like some of you need a little bit extra guidance here. I'm going to get these ones because let's get you a little bit more guidance on this. Because I think the biggest thing is either which way, you're going to be okay. That's what I want to let you know. Whichever direction that you go, you will be okay. But I think the biggest part is, are you choosing you? Or are you playing with the temptation? Are you playing with the devil? And sometimes that devil can come in many different forms, right? It can come in comfort. It can come in accepting things that you wouldn't normally accept because you're getting fed something else that keeps you going a little bit. I think there's a part here too of, fear. Devil can come in fear. The devil can come in feeling dependent on situations. Like, there could be so many things that this devil may represent. But what I do like is we have the Sun, okay? And the Sun outshines the darkness, but it's also the self-awareness to the situation, in addition to, again, I think what is it that is important to you, and are things in alignment? Because if someone is saying something but doing something different, that's not aligned, so these are, I think, are just important factors to keep in mind. Either which way, you are going to succeed here in terms of what you need and what you want. And sometimes breaking free from things is that win. It may not feel like it in the beginning, but sometimes we have things that happen in our lives to set us on the path that we need to be. Maybe that circle of life with a certain person or with work or whatever has come to a place that's going to help you make the change that you've been reluctantly not making, in the hope something will change. And sometimes these things happen to go, okay, you now have this information, or you now know this, or what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay still? Are you going to choose you? Are you going to, where are you giving the love? Because if you're giving the love to a person who, or a workplace or people that aren't giving you back and aren't respecting you, aren't supporting you, that's a massive factor to this situation. Don't bleed yourself out or drink the poison, to keep someone else happy. because you're the one that ends up, hurting yourself. So we've got daughter spirit, woman holding a heart, hostilities. Yeah. So there's something here about some guidance that I feel has been coming through for you, Pisces, on a matter, okay? Yeah. What I keep seeing here, and I really, really love, no matter the situation that is in front of you, nothing in life is perfect. I think there are people in life that choose to show up, that choose to work on things. Some people find situations too hard, bow out. If this is in relation to just you, that's one thing. You have control over your choices and decisions. But when there's other people involved, we can't control other people, unfortunately. What we can do is use power of influence. We can ask more questions, and then we get to make an informed decision on what's best for us. What I feel is happening here for you with this daughter spirit, woman holding a heart, and hostilities, is that there is something here that I think, this is how I see it. So it's kind of like information or your own intuition, your higher self or something. I feel like something's been visiting you, okay, with this daughter spirit energy. Usually it can be sometimes someone on the other side. It can be, you having visions and seeing things that you may not even understand at some point in time, but I feel this is coming towards you. Woman holding a heart is kind of like a Queen of Cups energy. So it's something here about you and how you're feeling about a situation. And again, this could be based on your intuition, but what I'm seeing here is there's something that you're in conflict with, okay, with the hostilities energy. Goddess of the Moon, Angel of Balance, and Thinking Woman is also about your place in the world. This is Venus energy, so a lot to do with love, and also too about attraction, magnetism, calling something in. This Goddess of the Moon, you have a lot of power in the feminine energy, okay? And it's interesting because it's all feminine energy here, except this hostilities is showing up more in conflict, okay? But wherever something is going here, I see things working out for you. I see decisions things that you'll be looking at. But it's interesting because at the same time, I don't feel like things are moving fast, but I don't feel like things are moving slow either. I feel like you're in kind of a crossroads energy of making decisions for yourself and where you want to be. Things look really solid. Things look really solid in terms of perhaps your life based on the journey you've been on. I feel like you've got opportunities in front of you. It's letting me know here that something that you're desiring and have called in is going to help you here, whatever this is, with this Angel of Balance and the Thinking Woman. I think a big part of this balance is also getting clear on the things that matter to you. And one thing, and I think sometimes we don't talk about through the energy, it's also, we talk about feelings a lot. And I think I mentioned this a little bit yesterday, right? Because Pisces naturally is a feeler, intuitive, and also ruled by the moon, feminine energy. So the thing though with the Thinking Woman and the air energy is a lot to do with our own mental clarity. And I think the one thing we don't talk about is our own mental health. And that's probably other conversations having with people at the same time, where you can have people in your life that cause a lot of disruption or cause a lot of difficulty. They could be very set in their ways. They just don't have, compassion, care, understanding, openness. They're just on their own mission. They don't really give a shit about other people and how they are in the world. And sometimes it is like certain people or situations, are they good for your mental health, And when you're out of those situations, what a difference, what a breath of fresh air it is when you are out of those situations, even though it might be difficult, even though it might hurt. There's something here about this as well in getting the clarity and truth around a situation for yourself. So I feel like you've got major opportunity here right now, wherever you're going. Some of you are going through, I think, a bit of a challenging time, but for a lot of you, I think there's a lot of reflection and wanting understanding of working together and growing together. But there is some disappointment here or some concern about something ending or maybe hoping for a change, because the death energy can also be transformation. But with the devil energy here, I do feel like someone is going to express a lot of devotion to you. That's how this is coming across, and really letting you know we're in this together. There's kind of like they're trying to take ownership of you. Okay, that's how it feels. So discern what that energy is like for you. But I feel like there's going to be some conversations on how to make something work, and I feel like you'll feel good about that. But either which way, even in the challenge, as you're working through this yourself, maybe withdrawing after some difficult situation, you've got the sun, that's healing. Again, you've got the victor energy. I just feel you're heading in the right direction, but this disruption was needed for something more important down the road, Pisces. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. That was a bit of a long one for today, but have an awesome weekend, and I look forward to catching you next week. Bye now.